What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to a place, it's called Trailless Town. It has our local magic shop. It's the only one in Tucson, and I'll show you guys the view in a second, but it's really interesting. It's like in this little western town that they have. It's only open during night, as you can see from the darkness, and it has a local magic shop. So I'm trying to check it out. I've been here once before, but I'm planning on seeing if there's anything that's not too expensive that I'm going to try and maybe buy and just give you a tour. So here goes nothing. Alright, arrived at the magic shop. Check out that sign. Let's head on inside. This is the magic shop. Very, very impressive. There's a bunch of magic kits. And then over here, if you don't mind, what's your name?
Emery Williams.
This is a family-owned magic shop that they have. Very impressive. And he does magic. Like, he'll just do it for you. He showed me this amazing card trick where the cards are just changing, and I honestly can't understand it. This is my favorite one. Simple.
I have a small stack of cards. Most of them are six of spades. Not every single one, but you'll see that just most of them are six of spades. Now what I do, let me stand up because it's easier here. We put the first six down here close to you, right there. Okay. We put the second six up here. Don't get too far away. Third six goes right here. Fourth one goes here. Fifth one goes here. Sixth one goes here. Seventh one goes here. And the eighth one goes here, and that leaves me with the blank. Now, people call this a blank, but it's really the joker. Everybody thinks the joker is the one with the funny looking guy on the bicycle and all that, but this is really the joker. The reason is he likes to joke around and he likes to trick the other cards. So if we take the joker and we tap one of the sixes and just give it a tap like this, put them together for a second, he turns it into a blank card. We do another one here, turns that one right into a blank card. Third one, same thing, right into a blank card. And the fourth one, the very same, right into a blank card. Now, with these that are already face down, we just tap them one each time, and it turns each of them blank. We cried, and these three people that had this ability, they were linked together. They were called precogs because they had precognitive.
Right.
So I got to thinking. I wondered if I could. By the way, you're welcome to video this, but you're going to have to participate as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to thinking, wondering if I could develop precognitive ability if you're not born with it.
Right.
So I came up with some experiments, and the one that I do now is I have this little box, which I'll push way over here so that you know I cannot get to it. I can't tamper with it or do anything.
Gotcha.
We'll get back to that in a minute. I have put a precognitive vision in that box, and we'll see that in a minute. In the meantime, we're going to use a simple die. One die. Okay. Now, there are six possible outcomes on a die. When you throw it, everybody can see what the number is, right? So that's not, it's not bad, but it's not good. If I take a little plastic cup like this, put the die in and shake it, and then put it on the table, nobody knows what that number is until you lift the cup. Right?
Okay.
Now, if you just do like this, it doesn't change it.
Right.
It just bounces around. So you have to shake it, put it on the table, and hold it, and nobody knows what that is until you lift it. Go to Vegas, got another three there. What is this? There you go. You scared me for a minute. I should go to Vegas. Okay. So you're going to do this twice, and you're going to do this twice. The reason that's 4 times, the reason is I have some little cards here with words on them. Since there's 6 possible numbers, I have 6 cards in each set. I have 4 sets. So the first set is all colors. See?
Gotcha.
So you're going to select a color. Now you get to shake the die. I'll mix these up here. Put it in, shake it, put it on the table. Don't lift it. You're just going to put it on the table. Don't lift it. Are you happy with that throw? Or do you want to? Okay, then I just pick all of these up like this before we look at it. I will deal these out in a straight line from you to me. Number 1 will always be closest to you. Number 6 closest to me. Okay. So here's number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, lift the cup. What's your number? Number one. So take the card at number 1. Do not read the other side.
Okay.
Just scoot it aside.
Okay.
We'll get back to it in a minute. Now, you threw the die. You could have landed on anything. You could have landed on yellow, right? Or violet, or red, or green, or blue. But you didn't land on any of these, right? Okay. That's okay. Not a problem. Now, you're going to shake the die again. This time, you're going to choose a famous quote. I have 6 quotes here.
Okay.
So mix them all up. Whenever you're ready, shake it, put it on the table. And then, are you happy with that throw, or do you want to shake it some more?
I want to shake it some more.
I don't care. It's entirely up to you.
All right, I'm happy.
Are you satisfied
I'm
this time? As
absolutely
long
satisfied.
as you're satisfied, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get all of these up here. Put them all up. Again, just in the same way. Number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What's your number?
I have number 5.
Take the card at number 5. Don't look at it. Just push it over there with the color. Now, again, you could have landed on anything.
Right.
You could have landed on a stitch in time saves 9.
Okay.
Very wise advice. Carpe diem, seize the day. Shakespeare, to be or not to be, right? Or feed a cold, starve a fever. We know that's an old wives' tale now, right? Or necessity's the mother of invention. These are all good famous quotes, right? You could have landed on anything. Okay. See, I usually do this with 5 people.
Okay.
I have one person become the guardian of the box.
Oh, okay.
And then I have 4 people each throw the die once. So now it's only fair. You did it twice, I'll let him do it twice.
Okay.
Now you're going to choose a popular book, because I have 6 books here. So shake the die, okay? And you're going to choose a popular book. Now when you're happy with the throw, are you happy? Okay, then let's pick these all up. And same thing, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's your number? 2. Take the card at number 2. You can put it over there. Again, you could have landed on any of them, right? You could have landed on Harry Potter books, very popular, or the canceled Dr. Seuss books. Good old history, Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire, or Trump's Art of the Deal, or what do we got here? Lord of the Rings, great books. You didn't land on any of these. Okay, you got one more throw. You're going to choose a beverage now. So when you're ready, you can shake the die, put it on the table anywhere you want. And are you happy with that throw, or do you want to throw it some more?
Happy.
Okay, then we'll pick all of these up here. There we go, same as before. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6. What's your number? 3. Take the card at number 3, scoot it over there. Again, you could have landed on anything. You could have landed on tea. Could be hot or cold, doesn't matter. Or Coke, right? Easy. Beer. You're old enough. I don't think he is. It's okay. Warm milk. There you go. I'd put some chocolate in it.
I'm
if it were me.
dairy-free.
Are you? I like chocolate. Or a wine. Could be red or white. Doesn't matter. But you didn't land on any of these. Okay. Again, not a problem. Okay. Well, we're finished throwing the die, and it's time to see what items you selected through this process.
But first, real fast, before we get back into it, if you made it this far in the video and you like what you're seeing, make sure that you hit like and smash subscribe to show support, since I am posting every week. And also, the final note is that this was not edited or planned. Just want to make sure that you guys realize that and knew that.
Let's start with the color. That was chosen first. What's your color?
The color is
Orange. Okay, not a primary color, but it's a good color. We got it around here in places. Okay. The famous quote, read that to us.
Is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son.
The most popular, well-recognized Bible scripture in the world. You see it at sporting events and street corners and everywhere. Okay, and the book that he chose?
Is the Bible.
Oh, that's a great match. That's good.
Absolutely.
And then the beverage. What is
The
that?
beverage is 10 Ozies
10
Canada
ounce.
Dry.
10 ounce.
Canada Dry ginger ale in a green plastic bottle with a white screw-on cap.
That's pretty specific. That's not
Yeah.
like a Coke or something, you know? And that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And,
Specific.
and I've had nothing to do with any of this.
That's
right?
true, because we randomly rolled the dice.
Would you like to now see how close I came on my precognitive
I would
vision?
really like to see
Okay,
it's
well,
killing me.
Open the chest.
I can open it?
Yeah, I don't touch it. What's inside?
That's
It's an
we
orange
have the Bible,
orange,
and it has John 3:16 right there. It also has Proverbs 16:3. I don't know if that's helpful,
and
but
a 10-ounce can of dry ginger ale in a green plastic bottle with a white screw on the cap. Now there's that second bookmark in there. What does that say? Can you turn to that and read it?
it says Proverbs 16:33. The dice are thrown, but the Lord determines every outcome.
There you go.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Now, I came up with this story, and I like this because it illustrates a very important biblical principle. Do you know what that is? Any idea? Well, God gives us all the right to make our own choices in life, right? Can you say that? He does not give us the right to change the consequences of those choices. There are consequences to every choice you make. He knows what they are, and so do I.
That's fine. That's really cool. Alrighty, so what are my thoughts on the trick and the visit in general? So first, I'm going to go over my thoughts on the trick that I bought, which of course was Wild Blank. I really loved, I know this is kind of random, but I really love the instructions, and I have a reason for this, which is that I bought in a lot of different tricks from different companies in the past, whether in public, like in a local store or online, and that's something that I think is important, but they sometimes slack off on, is instead of they focus too much on like making it have a cool trailer or something like that, make it look all flashy, but then you buy the trick, you get the stuff normally, I mean even then sometimes people things will go missing, but you get the stuff and then all you get is this tiny little thin piece of paper that's your instructions. And that's one thing I do love about penguinmagic.com is that they do have videos, online tutorials, so you may also get like a piece of paper, but you will have in a video you can watch where there's someone explaining it, showing you and doing it, which is great. But I have had like in other places where I've bought them and they just give me a tiny piece of instructions. However, the instructions for this one were long, they were detailed, they had some pictures, which I love because ultimately if you're not going to be showing them in person, it's great to have some pictures so you can understand the different moves. Thankfully, I already knew how to do the main move I needed for this, but I do remember when I was first learning this, and I actually got it from the book Railroad Card Magic, which is great. Make sure that you check that out and possibly buy that. It's a great material and source for beginners, but was that it had a lot of photos in it, and it was an older book, and so maybe it had some grammar stuff that I didn't understand, but it did have a lot of photos, so I could still understand it. And so that's something that, that's where I learned the main move, which is good. But if you were just you bought this trick, you didn't know that move, thankfully they put in illustrations and good detailed instructions, but if they didn't, it would be very hard for you to do basically the entire trick. A lot of it relies on one specific move. And so that is mainly it, but I love it. I think it's really good. The only thing I would give you if you buy this trick is don't do it for the same people more than once in the same setting, especially because that was one thing when he showed it to me the first time, like I mentioned in the video. I knew part of it, but I was amazed at how he got the sixes that he already showed. I couldn't understand how. Well, then when I had my dad come in and I showed him it, I watched it again, and I was able to figure it out. because I realized something. So that's the only thing. Like, it's a great trick, and I'm not saying you can never show the same person, but I wouldn't do it one after the other, like show them and then their friend comes and then they watch it too. Like, I would just say no, or I would just ask if I could just show the friend, because I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't want to ruin the magic. And at least for me, who obviously I know a lot of secrets, but even for people that just have a basic concepts of different types of misdirection and sleights, it can ruin your magic trick. And I don't want you to go through that, because I have done that before, where I do a trick and then I do it again and they see it and then I'm like, crap, you know, like, darn it. Right? Because then it makes you feel like you failed because you gave them the secret away, you know, and especially if you did a good performance but then you do it again and then it gives it away. So just one tip that I would give, if you do buy this trick, don't do it for the same person more than once necessarily in the same setting, because it could ruin it. Now, going to the visit, I think it was awesome. I couldn't really remember a lot of it because it's been a while since I went, a few years, but I love it. And ultimately, I think that's something, if you are just starting out, you're trying to get new concepts, go to your local magic store. Look at their tricks, get some expertise. A lot of times they will have clubs. Like the last time I went, they told me about this club, Sam's Club, and that's where I got a bunch of different tricks for free. These people gave me. I got to practice my tricks, and it was free. Like, ask them about clubs, ask them about practicing, ask them about tutoring lessons, right? Or just buy a few different tricks you think are cool and just practice them, because honestly, it's not even the tricks themselves that are so amazing at magic stores. It's the people inside, like Emery, that have such not necessarily wisdom, but such experience and such basically experience and such knowledge about the different tricks, that the personality, the pattern, the tricks, it all flows together smoothly. And that's something that I would highly suggest no matter where you're at. But also, if you are somewhere near Tucson, check it out. It's in Trail Dust Town. It's like a little tiny area in Tucson, Arizona. And I mean, come down here, look at it. I mean, even when we were there, we saw this couple that was coming for their honeymoon, and they were checking it out just because it was one of the sites. And it's really pretty. And honestly, it's not just that. They also have a lot of cool stuff. They have a steakhouse. They have fake like duels and stuff. They have like shows with sheriffs and all kinds of stuff, and they also have like a ton of shops and stuff. They have a train ride. It's a really fun place that I highly recommend checking it out. And also check out, I believe, if I could be wrong, I think that that store, that if you look it up, you find it, the Magic Store, I do believe they had an online website too, and like you said, it's a family-owned business, so check it out too. Support Emery and how amazing he was as a magician helper while we were there, not only getting us good tricks, but also showing us a whole performance, basically a whole magic show, you could say. So make sure to check that out too. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.